Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tommy. Today I'm going to show you how I made this maxi gown in few minutes, so definitely keep on watching. Hello there. So I'm going to illustrate exactly how I fold my pattern on this piece of paper because I couldn't get the full coverage of how I folded the fabric. So let's assume this is my ankara fabric and the length is about 45 inches. Okay, so this is about 4 yards. So this is the 4 yards. So I use actually 4 yards, and this is the length. So it's about 45 inches. Okay, so this is exactly how I folded this piece. So the first thing I did was to fold it up like this all the way down. Now okay, so what I did was to fold my pieces into two. Now I folded it into two because I'm cutting both the front and the back together. So now because of the length I'm working with, because it's a full gown and I do not want any joining at the bottom, so I used everything up. I used the whole 4 yards here. So that means I folded it into two. Okay, so let me just come again. So this is my 4 yards all along, and this is the width of your fabric, which is 45 inches. So I folded the whole thing like this. Okay, and the next thing is to just fold this like a form of triangle. Okay, so you move it like this. Okay, now how you move it, how you turn it, depends on how full you want. So if you want it very full, you can go all the way. So that's like a circle. So this is like a line. So I just stick like this because I do not want any joining. So I have this. So by the time it's extending to this side, that means I'm still gonna have to join. So I don't want to join. That was the reason why I used the whole 4 yards. So exactly the way I folded my fabric was just to hold it like this and do it like this, like a triangle. So once I folded it, this is how my fabric is now. I need to get my bust measurement. So my bust measurement, if your bust measurement is 40, okay, divide 40 by 4, then add 1. Now I can't tell you to come down by a certain amount of inches, because irrespective, it all depends on your bust. So all you need to do is to place your tape measure and try and check exactly where that measurement lies. So let's assume my measurement lies here at 11 inches. So if I place it here, it's not more than it's not up to 11, so I have to keep adjusting to see where I get 11. Note, 11 is bust divided by 4 plus 1. Okay, is to fold your fabric like I initially stated, then mark out your bust measurement plus 1 inch. So you have to locate exactly where that is on your fabric. So I'm working with 9.5, so I'm gonna add 1 inch to it, so that's about 10.5. so that's exactly what I need. So go ahead and mark that out. Then from that point you mark your shoulder measurement, and the shoulder measurement here we are using is 8 inches. So I'm going to divide that by 16 inches divided by 2, that's 8. So you deduct 2 inches and that gives us 6. So that's 6 inches, mark 6 inches. From the 6 inches point, I'm going to mark 2 inches upward. Now because this thing is a bit, so I'm going to add half inch for sewing allowance, so it's going to be 2.5. So go ahead and square that out by imputing your shoulder measurement as well, -2. Then connect the point to make your armhole. So from that line, our chest line is, from your shoulder to our chest line is like 8 inches. So I'm going to start the measurement from like that 8 inches, then measure out the desired length for this piece. So that's it's going to be 62 inches. So I'm going to add half inch, 1 inch, so that's 63. So mark that out and cut this out. So I open up the piece like this and try and reshape the neckline to to be more straight. So that's what I did. So at the armhole, I'm going to measure out 1 inch because she's going to wear a shirt underneath, so I want to give room for enough space for that. So I'm going to mark 1 inch and cut this half. So do that for the next for the other armhole as well. Now for the strap, for the arm strap, you need to know exactly how much you're going to cut. So for this is 6 inches, so I'm going to double that. That's 13 inches plus 1 inch for the sewing. So I'm going to cut 14 inches length. So I'm going to cut 2 pieces of that. Then the width is about the width on fold is 2.5, so I'm going to use half inch to cut it to sew in. Then the next thing you need to do now is to cut out the pocket. So I just place my palm like that and cut it out. So I'm going to cut 4 pieces of that, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. So make sure you cut out the about 1 inch pieces to finish up the neckline. So the first thing you need to do when you're sewing is to first of all sew the armhole nice and clean. So you can use 1 inch pieces of fabric to carefully sew down the armhole. You can use your bias, any color of bias depending on the color of your fabric. So but I'm going to use the material to turn it inward. So that's what I'm going to do. So once you've done that, that's when you do the neckline. So after doing the neckline, I'm actually fixing in the what's it called, the pocket. Then I went ahead to sew 1 inch all the way down. And once that is done, sew up the straps and fix the strap like this. So I'm just going to fold it in like this and make sure the sewing is at the center back. Okay, so it's inward and not showing outward. Okay, it's at the center, not at the side. So I'm going to fix in my strap like this, and our pattern and our fabric is ready. So if you like what you see, make sure you subscribe to my channel, like, comment and share. If you have any question, leave it down in the comment section below. And yeah, the next thing you see now is the finished look on my client. I hope so. Till I see you next time. Bye.